And we're back from break. Welcome to another Goblin Slayer review. Today's episode 11. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Couch Talk. As always, Logan is anime viewer only. I come from the manga. And we're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready to do this?
I am. Thank God we are back.
Yes. Ooh, recap episodes. That's what's necessary in a 12 episode anime. Let's not get started on that. Let's just get into the thick of it.
All right. Sure.
So, yeah, we can see definitely a completely different reaction here in the beginning. Especially when Goblin Slayer is talking to the cowgirl. He's like, you need to run. There's goblins coming. She's like, can't you just kill him? He's like, I can't. And then that face on her, she's like, oh, this is real. Like, this is serious. Like, he can't handle them. Like,
the man who dedicates his life to doing one thing and then he can't do it, you know it's serious. Like, extremely serious.
Yeah, he's like, there's a horde of them, hundreds coming. They got, like, a goblin lord. So it's like, oh, damn, this is real. Freaking goblin lords, those are a thing. We got not just champions, we got lords now. Like, what's with these goblins? These aren't goblins. And you know, she's like, why would they attack here? It's like, well, they're planning to probably make a stronghold to attack the town. Also, goblins just love killing and raping. Okay, so
right.
I'm sure that a lot of times, you know, they're just going to attack, but of course she makes a decision. She's like, I'm not gonna run. I believe in you, and this is our hope.
Right.
We lose everything. We lose everything. Right? It's like we don't really have the ability to start over. All our sheep, cows, animals.
Right. You'd pretty much lose everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like she got the feeling. She's like, if I run, he's still gonna like stay.
Yeah, he's still gonna stay and fight.
And it's like, you can't, man. You can tell there's a really strong, like, genuine connection between the two. He's definitely very, I mean, as we see later, he's very adamant about protecting her.
Yeah,
and
also, as his older sister told him, you gotta protect girls.
You gotta protect. Simple.
Pretty simple. I like how, like, the uncle comes out, he's like, don't make her cry, but he never tells him what's going on. He doesn't give him the option to run.
Right.
You know, maybe there's some talking going on later between, like, cowgirl and the uncle or whatever, but it's more like, to us, there's no conversation there. So he's like, she's crying. I can tell something's going on. Just don't make her cry. It's like, oh, by the way, there's goblins coming. You better get, if you want to get out, you better get the fuck out. He's probably just chilling. He's like, why are there so many adventurers here later? What's going on?
What are all these people doing on my farm?
Get off my land!
Get the hell off my farm!
But yeah, and then we go to the guild where the Goblin Slayer actually has to make a request of the others, and he bows down. He bows them, like, begging them.
Right? I think honestly, this is probably my favorite scene, and like maybe even the whole show, just because. I mean, like, we've obviously been with Goblin Slayer since the beginning, and he's kind of he's always this stoic figure that always, you know, has a plan, tons of experience. He accepted help when offered, but this is the first time he's like, I need help. I will literally give up everything.
Yeah,
even like, everything.
He did say it because he's like, there's 100 goblins, there's a goblin lord, and then it's like, well, what are you gonna give for us? Like, this has got to be a quest. You gotta post it. We're adventurers, and I actually really like the Lancer guy a lot. Like, and he's like, what are you willing to give? The guy's like, everything, like all my knowledge, my thing, like everything in my possession. The guy's like, even your life? He's like, yes, even my life. To an extent. I can't make a girl cry. I like how the Lancer's just like, I just need a drink, man.
Right. It was like, very good to see, because I mean, like, he accepted it, and then, you know, his team accepted it, and even the guild girl was like, oh, by the way, She
Yeah,
got that thing where it's like
I like how
one
the
gold piece for
Lancer
each.
and the Mage were in, and the rest of the party, but all the others were still like, like they weren't going to do it until the girl stepped up, and she's like, a gold for every goblin. They're like, a gold per goblin?
Right. And also, I really like how they're like, we don't know him, but it'd be lonely without Goblin Slayer. It's like,
Yeah, like they said, he's the top of the guild, and I like how the higher ups kind of like respect him more than like the lower ranked adventurers and stuff. Like they didn't really even
Right.
need the full payment to help. Like they just they had that connection. Like they've been seeing him a lot. Like the one warrior,
Right.
his hometown was saved by Goblin Slayer, but he
It-
he just didn't want to be like that, like humble silver adventurer or whatever. Like he's like, I got a status to keep.
it was quite a touching scene, to be
It
honest.
actually really was all around. Like I was like, yes.
I was like
Because like
so invested. I was like, yes, everyone's joining. Everyone's like,
I just
you know
like it when
what?
like the people weren't even requesting, but it like felt so good that they were just willing to help him and stuff. And like the Lancer just felt like he was kind of messing around with them a little bit. And it's like the other's like, "Oh, you're my friend. I just need some cheese and some ice cream."
It was great. It was a fantastic
I
scene.
also love it, like Lancer's like, "I just need a drink," and then the dwarf's like, "I don't need just a drink. I need a whole barrel."
I need the barrel. I need the goddamn barrel. Man, it was perfect. It's good to see another side of
Like,
Goblin Slayer.
yeah, the
He's just
Goblin
like-
Slayer, and then just seeing
like the
how the
guild kinda, like-
guild kind of comes together as
Right.
well.
They kind of like united. Even that guy's like, we're not comrades and stuff, but we're adventurers, all right?
He's like,
We'll help.
he's like, gold, we're in it now.
Go.
And like even the guild leader's like, it's worth it because of the knowledge the silver rank adventurer has, and so they're gonna be taking that knowledge from them. That's basically what their investment is. And Goblin Slayer has a lot of knowledge. That's just a fact.
For real.
And like,
I mean,
we know a lot of people don't see him as a silver ranked adventurer because he just hunts goblins. But even later, like I think it was the paladins, like after talking about the plan, was like, yeah, he's a full-fledged silver
right.
adventurer.
They pretty much respect him on that same level. He's not officially acknowledged as it, but like he's definitely among others. They're like, yeah, he's a beast. We'll admit it.
But my favorite scene though is so it's actually when the goblins are talking to Goblin Lord because of how they talk. They're like, it's like how they're communicating with Goblin Lord, and he's like, he just reaches out his hand, and they're like,
That is a perfect goblin. You better not do that too loud, or you're about to get slain by.
But when we see the goblins coming, they're coming. Their lord, he has plans, like crazy plans, like really good plans. If it wouldn't have been for a Goblin Slayer, but like,
right, I would say he had a pretty tactful, whatever the word is, approach to the bat. It wasn't just like rush in, like
all 100 goblins. Like, they had like
very...
the shield line that was supposed to intimidate people because there was humans on them.
That was messed up. God damn it! I'm not even surprised.
They didn't like show too much of it actually at all in this. Like, if you come from manga, it's like a full line. They're all naked, like stripped, like, and it blatantly shows it to you. Like here, we kind of got like they were clothed or whatever, and then it was like a small glimpse of them, but never like full on like a line of them. So they commented a little bit in the anime. But obviously, because Goblin Slayer knew they were coming, they had it all set up. Dwarf puts them all to sleep. Like, and just seeing all the adventurers work together in this is actually just really cool too.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a super good fight. I mean, Goblin Slayer laid out the entire plan. He's like, they're gonna do this, and this is how we're gonna stop it. All right.
Yeah.
And everyone has their part.
Like even the newbies had their part. They were on the lookout for like the riders, and then the other one, well, their first time really seeing hardcore combat. That barbarian woman was like, Keep your eye. Go kill some goblins, newbie.
Come on, dude. Keep together. But he's like, oh, this goblin's dead. The goblin's like, yeah.
I like how it like pulls out and it's just like a tiny goblin with a little dagger. He's like, good thing I have armor. Like Jesus. This is like that dead face on the goblin. He's like,
hey, they go down fighting.
Yeah,
little savages.
But the spears set up for the riders. Freaking killing those wolves. Poor wolves. Damn fucking goblins. I love wolves, though. Bastards. And then we see the greedy adventurers out in the woods chasing those two.
Yeah.
Rookie
very
mistakes.
Greedy. Wanted that gold.
And then one guy's like, hey, what's going on? Turns around. There's just a hobgoblin there. And it's like,
right, just straight up.
You know, they have the goblin champions and hobs. I like the dwarf's like, there's something flying this way. It's the guy's body.
For real, that
flaming through the air.
Yeah, that would be intimidating.
It went right by the newbies too. They're like,
oh shit. Luckily, the Lancer guy's like, you know what? This is a veterans like fight now. That was pretty cool too.
I love being able to see their top like adventurers fight too in this.
Right,
the Lancer's a badass. The mage is just like the witch. She's like, they got this. Give me a water, please.
He has it handled. I'm thirsty though.
Like they had the paladin, the big warrior guy. They were covered. Like they were like, we'll show you how it's done. Because they had the two goblin champions going up. The goblin champions are huge.
They are massive. Like
they were bigger than the goblin champion that I think Goblin Slayer fought earlier in the season. Like the goblin champion he fought, where he cut off the eye and everything, seemed more the size of like the hobs in front of the goblin champions.
These are big ass goblin. They're like huge. Good thing that guy has a big ass sword to fight with.
The guy's got a big lance too. Like but yeah, like as the witch was saying, the Lancer's more suited to this because we know he's out there fighting like the demons and which we haven't even truly got a glimpse of like the demons or anything.
Right, and I mean the way it's talked about, goblins are not on par with these demon like creatures. But still, I'd still be pretty scared of two giant ass goblin champs.
Especially when it just throws a body.
Right, and just toss a body at like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, quite a distance too. He threw it from inside the woods out and then walked out. That's some accuracy to get it through the trees. He's out there. And then the other's like, where's Goblin Slayer?
They're like, exactly like, do you know who you're talking about?
Like
what do you think he is?
He's slaying goblins and he is pissed.
Right. This was good too. This scene was super good too.
Yeah,
dude, the red eye thing always gets me. It gets me so high.
Because the thing was like pitch black and just the Goblin Lord's like trying to run away because he knows shit's hit the fan. And then he just sees this red floating thing coming at him. And he's like, it's like terrified. And Goblin Slayer comes out. He's like,
I'm ready. I'm ready for this fight.
You're freaking dead.
I want him to slaughter this goblin in like the most gruesome way. Please. I hate goblins now. This show's made me hate goblins. I'm like, these things are awful. But yeah. I will say, because it's mentioned before how like they like switched the arcs.
Yeah.
I do feel like that was a very good decision, especially anime wise.
I think it is good for like a season finale at least.
Right, I would say to end on this is like super good.
Yeah, I agree with that. They are. I'm wondering how they're going to treat a couple things though. But yeah, pretty awesome episode. Let's just jump into the scores.
Right. This was probably my favorite episode.
That's what I was literally going to say as well. Like. It just had everything, right? It brought in, like, it had the effects of, like, party team building kind of thing, but as guild-wide. And then it also had the action. Normally you get one or the other, right? But this one really brought it all together. I'm gonna
Right.
think at least a 9, maybe a 9.5.
Yeah, I'll say a solid ass 9.
Definitely a solid
9.5 sounds pretty fair.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Just
that guild scene was top tier. Like it was.
dude, I was feeling emotional throughout the whole thing.
I was too. Like it's weird because like Goblin Slayer's not the most connected to emotions as a character, but like I think that's what made it mean that much more. That he was like, I will literally give you anything you want. Please just help. I was like, damn, that's
and
that's
how
pretty
the
real.
guild follows through. Like they got his
like,
back as well, and it's like
right. And everyone, literally everyone in the guild knows like he's the expert. The expert is literally asking us to help. Like it must be serious.
Except for that cocky guy who's like, oh, why can't he just go handle a goblin lord? It's like,
oh yeah, well, Blue just fight his entire army.
He's like, he should just go do it himself. But like, it's actually like one of the reasons I like the Lancer a lot too. It's just, I think this here just really helps build him as like a. Obviously, they're always gonna be side characters, but they're pretty strong side characters that are pretty solid. And also, it builds up the party strong too, like the dwarf, the lizard, and then they're like, after this, you have to go on a quest with us, which
a real adventure. Which
I'm trying to think because this was before the Switch, so I'm trying to remember if Watertown was because of them or not, in the manga terms.
Oh yeah,
but I can't remember if it was or if they still have that. You have to go on an adventure on them. It's been a while since it only updates like once a month or something like that. But yeah, definitely solid episode. Had the emotions. Combat always awesome. And it wasn't even Goblin Slayer combat. It was just the guild combat, right? We're getting Goblin Slayer next episode.
It got me hyped for next episode too. But yeah.
That does it.
That means spiel time.
As always, the only way to protect your hometown is to hit that like and subscribe button. Notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought of the episode. Didn't like, what you score it, anything like that. Again, no spoilers, confirmed denying theories, as Logan's an anime viewer only, and plenty of others are. And until next time, peace out.
See you.